What is up, YouTube? This is DBZ 49 bringing you one of the most underrated decks right now in Yu-Gi-Oh! In my opinion, that is Domain Monarchs. As y'all know, everyone thought the deck was dead because of the ban list, but today I took this deck to my locals and I went first place. I went 4-0. I 2-0'd the first three rounds. In the last round, I played against the DDDs, in which they came out. He won game one because I bricked, and that was the only time I bricked. And game two, I had Pandy's Fiend and March of the Monarchs, so he couldn't do anything. And then game three, all he had on board was just the Siegfried, so I just had to bait it out, and then I just went off from there and I got the dub. So, without any further ado, let's go on to the deck profile. As I'm going through, I'm not going to really explain in depth of the Monarchs effects because everyone knows how, at least most people know how it works. But I'll tell you why I chose some of my choices and whatnot. So without any further, let's get on to the deck profile. Um, First we run one Thestalos. I see some people run two, but one is good enough. Going first, this card's broken. If you drop this card, you pretty much win. You look at your opponent's hand and rip a card, so that's really strong. Next I run the one Aether. Obviously she's really good. But the main reason why I don't run Escalation is because of her. I feel like Escalation is really slow, and the only tribute effect you really need to do during your opponent's turn is her. So yeah. Next, I run triple Erebus, the best card in the deck. Actually, one of the best cards. There's actually another card that's better than him. Yeah, just non-targeting shuffle is amazing, and his graveyard effect's really good. It's really underrated, honestly, because you might have a bricky hand, but if you have Foolish Burial and send him, then you can make your plays. So yeah. Next, I run the triple Karaz. Really good. Helps bricky situations. Helps you gain consistency, especially off of Aether's effect, and it's really good to pop your Gofu tokens with him. So yeah, that's pretty good. And then the best card of the deck, in my opinion, is Triple Vanity's Fiend. You drop this against any decks, you basically win, especially with March with Vanity's Fiend. Also, another reason why Domain Monarchs is really good is because it basically counters all the meta decks right now. And when Zodiacs come out, this deck completely destroys them. So that's why I really like Domain Monarchs. It's cheap, and it's basically easy to play and easy wins. Next, I run triple idea. I don't know why I see some people run two. You got to run three. Just gets your engine going. Great tribute fodder, etc., etc. Then I run the triple ideas to complement with the idea. And then I run the double Gofu. Some people run the Thunder Vessel instead, but the Gofu is really good because of the tokens and the cross pop, and it's a dark target for Allure Darkness, so that's really strong. So that's it for the monsters. Next for the spells, I run obviously a double or a triple domain. The reason why the deck is still alive is because of this card, and it um, just helps lock out your opponent. Really, the only cards that can kill you is Twin Twisters. So I see some people run Field Barrier, but yeah, triple domain Monarch. Then I run triple Return of the Monarchs to help search. Before I used to run less copies of this, but I realized how broken this card is, especially with Karaz. And just be able to search out your tribute monsters and just keep extending your play. That's really strong. Then I run the triple Tenacity, obviously, to search out your spells and traps. And then the new Pantheism, in my opinion, is Allure Darkness. I don't know how I feel about this card. It's basically replaces Pantheism, but it's a double edged sword in my opinion. I know in a lot of decks it's really good, like in DDDs and etc. But so I like to side them out game two. But yeah, I mean, it could come in handy. And the next one, the one I was I run Pantheism, Frostblast. Some people don't run this, but this card is so good. Like I don't know how many duels I've won just with this card. Um, Literally, like I don't main deck Twin Twisters, I side them. And then if there's like a problematic face down that you're scared of, you just use this and just pop it. I mean, it's just really good. And then the Storm Fourth, unfortunately, it's at one, but it's just such a good card to tribute your opponent's monsters. And then the March, I was thinking of bumping up this to two because it's such a good card. But Twin Twisters is a thing, so I mean they'll just pop it. But this and Vanity's Fiend is auto win. One for one, just a great card to bring out your idea. This is another way to get to idea, and then the Foolish Burial to dump, idea, Erebus, etc., etc. So yeah, that's it for the spells. And then final for the traps, I run double prime. I don't run triple. A lot of people run the triple. I'm not a big fan of the effect of like, recycling the two spells and traps from your deck to draw a card because I'm always using this to banish, spells and traps from my graveyard. So I like to run two, but I do like discarding it with Twin Twister and Pantheism. So yeah, that's it for the main deck. And now for the side deck, I run, let's see here, the one Jinzo, and then the one at End of Anubis. This is really interesting card, End of Anubis. The reason being is for like decks like Paleozoics and stuff like that. Any graveyard, uh, heavy decks, whatever. This card shuts them down. Obviously, Jinzo for all those trap cards. And then the double string. If you have Game Seal, that'd be better. But yeah, I mean, the idea is just to get rid of problematic cards like Crystal Wing and Titanic. And then I run double Majesty's Fiend. Just really good card. Like I'm debating if I want to main deck this card because it just shuts down so many decks. But yeah, and then I side the double Maxi. I see a lot of people main it, but going first, this card's bad. You want to have your board, so that's why I usually side up the allures for this card. Going second, and then the one Flying Sea. I would take out the End of Anubis for another copy of Flying Sea, um, but yeah, I think just running one is fine. And then the double Twin Twister, just to get rid of back row so you can go with your plays. And then the double system down for ABCs. And then next for the two trap cards I run is the Scolding and Vanities. Um, Vanities just locks out your opponent. And then Scolding, you don't run any traps. So this is basically free Solemn Judgment. So yeah, that's it for the side and main deck. I just want to go over a combo in this deck real quick that I feel that's really strong. So just give me a second to pull it out. A Let's just say this, and then um, let's see here. Return. So basically, the combo is really simple. I mean, you need four cards in order for to do this. But I don't know if anyone has ever thought of this combo, but it's really strong. So basically, you either open this or Erebus, one for one, any monster card, and either Tenacity or any way to get this card. So basically, what you do is you one for one, right? So let's say this is your hand. You one for one, you ditch the idea, and you'll special summon her to bring out the Edios. Then you activate either Tenacity to reveal this card, or so this is in your grave to get this, and then you tribute for the Stalos. So you look at your opponent's hand, and then you get to search the Erebus. So Erebus is right here. So you search the Erebus. You look at your opponent's hand, you rip a card, and then you'll tribute for Erebus. Send like Prime and like some other spell trap cards, shuffle one card from your opponent's hand. So they'll start off with three cards, and then and then if you dump with Prime and like Pantheism, you get to use Pantheism's effect to search out the domain. So you'll have a domain lock, Erebus, Return, and an extra card because you stop with five cards, and your opponent starts with three cards. Well, then they'll draw for fourth card, but yeah. But so that's really broken. I just wanted to show off that. But anyways, thank you YouTube for watching. I feel like this deck is really strong. It's a dark horse deck. It dominates ABCs, Metal Foes, Zodiacs, Burning Abyss, whatever. Like they can't access their extra deck. And nowadays, a lot of people don't side against Monarchs, so like you won't see cards like Massacre Restrict and stuff like that to hinder your plays. But so yeah, I mean, basically this deck is really strong. Easily top 10 in my opinion. So yeah, once again, thank you for watching. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below in the video, and please hit that like and subscribe button. It takes 1 second, and watch my other videos. And once again, have a nice day.